Benchmark speakers. That is the topic of our next training video. And it's quite a fun one. And it's very, I would say, practical in that we take a lot of the real world stuff outside and we utilize it to our own training program. And without going too much of what it is, it's quite simple. A benchmark is like a yardstick. A yardstick is our expectation or our standard for that performance measure. So if we are looking to achieve native fluency, then what better than to look for native speakers, and if you're looking to be advanced, well, you get the point, right? And what our clients are doing is they're picking their benchmark speakers within their sector, maybe even their industry, their job function. And if it's outside of business, they're looking into their topic of interest, whether it's a hobby. So we source these benchmark speakers from YouTube. It could also be from Netflix drama series. It can be an Audible narrator from their audiobook. So we want to target one or two benchmark speakers, and we want to just practice the art of repetition, of hearing their voices, their pronunciation, their tonality, the types of nouns and verbs that they use, and their pauses and breaks in between sentences, and everything that we hear, we mimic and we copy, or we take it and we make it our own. That's the point here in this next training video is how do you find one? And once you find your benchmark speaker, how do you utilize it into your self-studying program and make it yours? How does it work, right? So this is fun. So it's something that our clients really enjoy, and I hope you do as well. So without further ado, I'd like for you to get started with this training video. And again, please get the most out of it. Not just listen and be done with, but listen and take action. And that's how you can really make it yours. All right, so I hope you enjoy, and thank you for your time.
The most powerful method of holding long-term memory is if you can see yourself as the character. That is the best way to hold new information and to retain it and to make it yours. So, going to finance example, when I was reading my articles and when I was listening to my chief investment officer, because he's on TV, he's always on CNN speaking, right? It's a big company. I would imagine I was Mr. Darst. I thought of myself as him. So I would sound like him. I would try to use his delivery of speech, whether it's his accent, his tone, but I played myself as Mr. Darst whenever I was reading my finance-related materials, my target language. It really helps. For Bisang, I thought of myself as Chandre, right? Who's the main character of Misang. So I would read the comic book first. I would speak out loud, but I thought of myself as the character. And with that practice, I'm able to hold information a lot longer, and it's just much more effective. Here's what happens, right? A client would say, Don, I need some help, right? I need you to help me find me some flow state, right? So I would, hey, and I would give them my recommendations, right? This one's she's a CFO of a multinational company. So I said, look, how about we do Ruth Porat? She's a CFO of Alphabet, Google. I think she would be a great benchmark for you. And, she then uses this as one of her flow state contents. So this is like her benchmark, right?
Well, where do we start? I'll start in the middle when I was at Wharton Business School and thought I wanted to.
So if you type in Ruth Porat, you're going to get a whole bunch of her speaking. There's just so much, right? And the reason why I'm sharing you this is because even David Darst, right? Like, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of him. This is David Darst, right? I'm gonna get a lot of his content. It's all online. So then what I gotta do is pick out his, that's my dog, by the way. Sorry about that. I gotta pick out his vocabulary, his phrases, his idioms, his usage of vocabulary, and make it mine. I got myself a benchmark, right? So for this student, her benchmark is going to be Ruth, and this is what we call flow state of learning.